So for the Denver metro market, despite houses sitting around even longer and getting less traffic and less showings, we still actually held price points pretty well through the month of December. So I've got our January Denver metro housing market update for you. And now that we're a couple weeks into January, we can really see how things shook out. And you can see prices held pretty steady, 755 to 754.9. I mean, you lost a couple $100 on our average price point for the seven county metro in the Denver metro area. So that doesn't pull in Boulder or Weld or anything over on the western slopes. That's just the Denver metro counties. So median about the same, 629.990 to 630, really held values despite our days in MLS going up pretty significantly. So our average days in MLS for November was 43, December was 54. It's not unusual for things to take a jump from November to December because Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those things are going on. Houses that are on come 1st of December usually will stick around for an extra 2 to 3 weeks, right? And that's pretty normal historically. And let's see, days in MLS, we can see on median also, we went up quite a bit, 26 to 38. Not unusual for us to have a 30 to 50% jump from November to December as far as how long it takes to sell the house or how long it takes to get under contract. But I was surprised to see that the price point still held pretty steady because you can see typically November to December, there's a little bit of relief in the price too. So that shows, and even price per square foot went down a little bit. But as I always mention in my Q3 and Q4 market update videos, that shows people are buying the bigger houses at a little bit more of a discount. So with this price per square foot going down and the price is staying pretty consistent, that shows that people are spending a little bit of extra money to get more house. They're just getting it at a better bang for the buck. So it holds those prices pretty steady. So months of supply goes down, major downtick, right? 2.3 to 1.7. But that's because we didn't have any new listings, which is also pretty common for this time of year. So none of that really surprised me. I think the price point's holding pretty steady. I expected a little bit more of a dip in those. Most of those are coming from the single families that investors are picking up, or people are buying those larger homes at a cheaper price, like I mentioned, a little bit savvier buyers. Pendings also went down, but that's pretty normal too. I was expecting them to go down a little bit more. Things get really slow in December. But you can see we had more activity just in December of 24 than we had at the end of the year in 23 or 22. So what that tells me is people are starting to realize the new rates of 6%, 7% plus, whatever in that range, is the new normal. And that's what it's going to be. So yes, it's December. Yes, I want to wait till the spring and to see new listings come on and more opportunities to buy. But I mean, it's normal and people are getting that. And it's like, well, I've waited 2.5 years for the rates to come down since the spring of 22 and they haven't done it. And I'm kind of sitting on my hands. I need an extra bedroom. I need to get mom and dad moved in, or we need to sell our house and move and put it on the market, things like that. People are realizing that's the new normal. So more activity this last December than the couple of years prior, which was really nice to see. Shows depending. I want to talk about this for the sellers just to set realistic expectations seasonally. So we were up to 15 showings to go under contract as a median, almost 20 showings to go under contract as an average, but the shows per listing per month are down into that 5-6 range, which is why our days on market is what it is. So when you're listing your house I've got a seller sometimes that'll list in the fall, because that's that's when life happens. That's when it works for them. We talk about the pros and the cons of that. There's still people buying in the fall, as you saw. There's just a lot less of them. So I'll talk about, hey, if you're carrying through the fall and it's January and your house is sitting around, it's the second week of January. Things are going to start picking up here pretty quick. And I've already seen that in my anecdotal experience with my clients. And I didn't have any sellers that were still carrying over through the end of the year this year. Everything got closed up in Q3 and Q4 that had gotten listed in that time frame. But it has happened to me in the past where I'm like, just give it till the end of January, because a lot of activity starts to come in and spur. And you can see with the pendings still being seasonally appropriate, but better than the last couple of Q4s and Decembers, that people are out there, and that's just the new normal. And so I think some of the good information to look for is from lenders on what mortgage applications are going to be. And because they have from the Mortgage Bankers Association has pretty good data information on those as far as more recent, on a weekly basis, kind of what mortgage loan applications were. That's good information to watch, as well as here in the next couple of weeks when I put out our February market update to see how the activity was in January and what the pendings are doing. And we can take a look at those on a real short-term basis. So I just took a quick screenshot of my market snapshot in our local MLS. So this is not the exact same 7-county metro data set. I focus it a little bit more in the South Denver metro area that I sell in more often. But you can see we've got, as far as the difference between new listings and price decreases, we already have a lot of new listings compared to the price decreases for the last 7 days, and 371 pendings. So the pendings show me that people are picking back up. The new listings show me that, hey, everybody was just holding to get through the holidays. And now that it's January, they're starting to list new things. And those price decreases show that for the people that were sitting through December, they want to get their stuff sold, and they know they're going to have to compete with the newer listings, and they want to be competitive and tell buyers that they are willing to make a deal. So you can see our back on markets is still 100. I mean, that's, a little less than 20% of what the new listing ratio is. So those back on markets, don't ignore those. If something goes under contract and you feel like you missed out, you probably have a 1 in 4, 1 in 3 to 5 chance, I'll say that, of it coming back on the market. So 371 pendings and 102 back on markets. Yeah, you're pretty close to good ratio there of opportunities of that may come available again. So I tell my buyers, hey, let's go check. Let me reach out to the agent a week in, see if that's going to fall. Either if someone didn't qualify financially or if the inspection didn't go as planned. There's still good still good opportunities and good inventory options there. So anyway, now that it's January, I fully expect some more new listings coming on. That's pretty typical seasonally. For buyers, there are some new down payment assistance programs. There's also some very creative lending programs, I'll call it that are getting sent my way from some of my lenders that give people more affordability and more buying power for a much cheaper monthly payment. Now, your equity position at the end when you go to sell your house is different, but if you're either looking to buy something, live in it for a few years, and then move up and buy something else, it's a really, really good option to give you more buying power. It's just a little creative, but it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty neat solution for a lot of people in certain situations. There's also more down payment assistance programs that I'm seeing privately from lenders as well. So there's lots of opportunities to get into something with the new normal, so to speak, of rates in the high 5s, 6s to 7s that's out there. So anyway, if, as always, you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear down below. I'm always curious what statistics people are looking at. I love sources also. But anyway, if you have questions or if you're looking to buy or looking to sell, you can schedule a time right on my calendar down below. I want to make it easy for us to chat and make a game plan. So thanks so much for the time. It's a quick one today. Y'all have a great day.